Good evening and welcome to another episode of Girlie Giggles. We are already laughing and we just realised that we hadn't pressed the start button, so we stopped our conversation and we are going to continue it on here with you guys. How are you? How is this May energy working out for you? We are going to share some absolute stormy waters with you this evening. It's absolutely hilarious, and I'm going to show you one of my war wounds. I've got many at the moment. So, ladies, actually, before I go any further, stop the freaking clock. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Maxine. Happy birthday to you. And we're not talking about Maxine, we're talking about Maxine.
Yes, me. Not the jabba jabba.
Not the jabba jabba. So Maxine, tell us, what have you been up to today? Have you done anything fun?
Yes, had loads of visitors.
Oh,
yeah, it's been great, one after the other. It's been hilarious because I wasn't expecting anyone. So I had, obviously, Connor's mum came, but didn't bring him because he's at school. He can't know because he would have been mortified that he couldn't come around. Then my friend came around with her granddaughter, who I haven't seen since she was a baby. So we had to giggle. She's gorgeous, she's nearly one. Wow. And then loads of other people have popped in with cards. I've been spoiled again. So many presents.
You deserve
loads of flowers, and I love flowers.
It's well deserved.
Oh, it's so nice. But I'm the 55 now, you see. I'm at that 55.
Oh,
the crucial government 55.
You might be a little bit higher on the riskometer right now.
I'm higher up, yeah.
I don't know if you've seen, but on my Instagram, I posted a link. It's qcovid.org/calculator. I'll pop it in the link. I'll pop it in the description below. You can go in, actually figure out what your risk is to getting the virus. Now,
oh, wow.
Yes, I found it today, loves. And
what is it, like a questionnaire?
And I was, but the questions are extremely interesting. It tells you a lot. When you go to answer the questions, tells you a lot. Now let me just tell you my risk of catching this virus, okay? It is, so to have a COVID-related death, it is 0.0011, no surprise. And I'm basically 1 in 125,000, the likelihood that I'm going to die of COVID.
Who makes this shit up?
Be admitted into hospital is 0.0175. So I'm 1 in 5,714 people that I'm going to go into hospital because of this. Like, why are people not checking this stuff out? And I would like all of my followers to go and do this, please, because you will then realize these people have to tell us everything that they are doing. Literally, they have to tell us everything. Now, what I mean by that is this is not dangerous. Okay? Please go and do it. If your family, off the back of the weekend's protests, are like, well, you have to isolate for 2 weeks, I can't possibly see you, show them the evidence, because this has been done, I believe, by Cambridge University or one of those, Oxford University maybe, like one of those two universities. So it's not a farce. It's not something that has been knocked up to just, manipulate you, or they have to, because of universal laws, they have to show you, the government have to show you the darkness, the reptilians have to show us what they're doing. They are showing us everything, but people are too goddamn lazy to go and do it. Okay? Please, please, please go and do this. Little rant.
I will definitely be doing it.
I'm going to do it
straight after this. I'll show all my family in there tonight.
And then ask yourself, if you are that low risk, why would the jabba jabba be important? Because you've probably got more chance of going into hospital with the flu.
Oh, that's gone.
Oh, I know, darling. I know.
Yeah,
we've cured it.
Yeah.
We've cured it, right?
It's not even on the computer anymore.
HIV or cancer, but we've cured flu.
Yeah. In such a short space of time.
These people are so remarkable, right?
Aren't they?
Remarkable.
Well, I'm reading Harry Potter at the minute.
Oh, are you now?
The last book, it describes everything. And I've read that book so many times, but I found it when I was clearing out the cupboard. I went, I'm going to read this. And word for word, the elixir, as in the chrome, the dark side, they're called, deep state. It's all in there.
Yeah.
And every time I turn the page, oh my God, I thought, yeah, that's happening now.
Oh
That's
my
happening
God.
now.
Oh my gosh, why did I not pay any more attention before?
Yeah, so I just thought it was a damn good book when I read it the first time.
I love it. So Max, give us an update. Anything exciting been going on in the post office? Any vibrations this week? Any weed this week? You know, anything exciting?
Right, so we have had weed this week, but the guy actually walks in holding it in his hand, wasn't lit. And I said, good God, what stinks? And this guy went, sorry, love. I said, can you take that outside? I said, it reeks and now I'm selling food. And he was like, totally blue, said, have you got a lighter? So I said, well, we sell them, yeah. So I said, look, I'll go outside, please. I'm going to have to air freshen the place. So I took it outside and he was smoking outside. I said, look, please move away. I've got old ladies coming in a bit. They're going to wonder what's going on. Plus, I'm going to be high on the fumes.
Start dancing down the aisle.
Waltzing, holding it. It's that biggest joint I've ever seen. I said, good God. I said, are you not working today? I went, just going back now. Well, good luck then, son. Yeah. So this was a huge, and honestly, he's been in since. I said, look, please don't bring that in. I said, it reeks. Honestly, the whole shop stinks of it. You know, I've got little kids coming in for their Freddos, high as kites. Whoa, Mum, I'll have 3.
Yeah, I need 20 Freddos today, not just one, because I'm stuck.
Me, it's high. I got the munchies now. Yeah, so that was day one. And then this guy came in on Saturday, and really nice guy, you know, really friendly. Came straight up to the counter. He said, how's your day? But well, we don't get many of you, so had a good chat with him. Anyway, he said, do you believe in the government? So I said, right, get a seat, love, get a seat. You're my sort of customer. Anyway, he has got evidence regarding a murder that happened a few years ago, not far from Nottingham, that they blamed on a suicide. And he has evidence from members of staff that work there that the guy who did it was paid £70,000. And it's quite a few years ago, so it was a lot of money then. £70,000 social security check to cover it up. And he's written a book, and the book was released on Saturday. So I said, right, give me the page. I'm gonna buy one now because I'd like to read this. And he said, I'm going to bring one in, signed copy free of charge. So he's coming in on this Saturday.
Wow.
Yeah, but I just thought these fascinating people come in. But I had a really good chat with him.
Good.
Because he said, I like the sign outside. Because there's a sign outside saying, please wear a mask, which is all ripped and torn because the wind's blown it. Yeah. And my boss always says, put some more tape on that. I just totally ignore him. So now it just says mask because you can't see please wear. And I'm not putting any more tape on it. But I can't take it down because the boss said, he'll put a fresh sign up. He said, I don't want one. So he said, I like your sign outside.
Aren't the restrictions being lifted soon for the masks?
Not for masks.
No.
Only for children. So for children from Monday, they don't have to wear one in school.
I mean, that should never have happened anyway, right? I mean, I'm pleased about that. But like, seriously, people, go and do your check to see how susceptible you are to it. And trust me, take the bloody mask off. This stops when we say it stops. It's as simple as that.
Well, I think I might have mentioned it before, when the kids finish school, they come in our shop on the way back, get a drink and go and get the bus. And the head teacher and the deputy head came up and made them wear masks. And obviously I went flying out. I said, oh, hang on a minute, what are you doing? He said, they've got to wear a mask in your shop. I said, not in my shop. I said, you finished your day, the minute they left school.
Good for you.
Anyway, he followed me in, no mask. So I said, oi, where's your mask? He said, we need to have a chat. I said, you can step outside, you haven't got a mask on. And I'm telling the kids, now we only ever allow 2 children at once. And there must have been 10. I said, right, all of you, all in at once. They're going, no, miss, because, you know, we're only allowed 2. I said, yeah, well, today's different. All of you, in. And I shut the door and just left the headmaster outside.
Yeah, good for you.
Take note, this is the same school that my son, where they visited me and kicked my son out. Yeah. But I thought, how dare you? Standing outside my shop giving them masks.
Good for you.
Bugger that.
How freaking dare they?
But then he walked in without one. And as he's talking to the children, telling them to wear one, he didn't have one on.
No, it's so rude.
Honestly, it's like insanity.
Yeah, so fucking rude, mate.
But he knows I've got his name and number. Good. I've told him several years ago, so I'm still stalking him. Every time he comes in, I go, you?
Be concerned. Maxine is still stalking me too.
They've actually taken me off the emails now because I used to answer everyone.
Oh my God. I love
Can somebody learn to type? The spelling is horrendous. Your grammar is disgusting for a school. Honestly, some of the things they put, I thought, oh, and you're teaching my children.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so they've taken me off it now.
Yeah, good.
I actually miss them.
She blew up their inbox.
I know, right? They were like, right, time out. Let's change the email address so she can't get hold of us again.
I think that the entire staff were relieved when George left that they didn't have to deal with me again. Yeah. There were flags out and everything.
They just didn't want you there.
Yeah. Oh, you're quite happy to take George, yeah. As long as he moved and didn't live here.
So, Donna, how's things been with you this last week, babe?
Well, I feel really encouraged this week, Luce, because there is now a guide on how to safely hug people.
Oh, I saw it. Oh, I haven't watched it, Donna. Is it interesting?
Oh, honestly, like there's stuff about hugging I never knew.
But you have to be cautious as well when you hug.
Did you see the picture that was doing the rounds of the man stood up and the woman upside down, and they're just kind of like,
yes,
safest way to hug.
I think I put that in my stories on Instagram, and so many people were like, "Oh my God, Lucy, you're hilarious!" But it's true. Like, we need to be having fun with this stuff now, right?
Yeah, we do.
How freaking dare they say you can hug your family now? Like, have either of you stopped hugging people?
No.
No, neither have I.
No.
But the best one was when he said, whilst we are allowing you to hug people, you must remain cautious. Maybe don't hug all of your family.
What?
Right, okay. Grandma, you're all right. Granddad, forget it. You step to the back of the queue. I'll get you next time.
Yeah. Right. Okay, I'm giving out hugs today. Where are you going, Granddad? You're at the back.
What number are you? Yeah.
Yeah, take a ticket.
You missed out. You're on the toilet. Next week.
Tickets like they used to have on the fresh counter.
Yeah,
those little cool things. Yeah. I mean,
what am I going to do going forward? Brilliant.
Honestly, I watched it, and I knew there was going to be a caution because I watched it on catch up, so you can sort of fast forward the boring bits. And then he said, "But I must tell you, you must remain cautious of what."
Such a dick. He's such a
well,
dick.
because it comes. That was it. Because it's to do with breathing on people. He said something about, I've got it written down somewhere, word for word, because that's right, that's stupid.
Maybe someone should say to him, mate, go check your calculator. Let's just go have a calculator, because then we'll start.
Well, he must be the highest risk person, because he looks like he's about to have a heart attack. His shirt doesn't even fasten around his gut.
Yeah. Well, he's been shipped in, hasn't he, to do this?
Oh yeah.
So other than that, Donna, that lunacy of hugging, how's your week been, babe?
It's been a bit like that, this week, which we expected. Thankfully, we expected it, thanks to you, Lou. So it wasn't a surprise. And yeah, I've got a really sore neck, but we did the energetics around that. So kind of working on that one.
And the interesting thing about it, ladies and gents, is every time I lean forward, my neck is really hurting too. Because yesterday, in my amazingness of the week of just having this extremely powerful energy around us, I went absolutely flying. And when I say flying, I went arse over tit. I have got a war wound here. I've got bruises on my knees. I've got bruises on this arm, but you kind of, they're not really that much of war wounds. I've got a massive bruise on my right knee, on the side of my leg. God knows what I did and how I did it, but it's on the side of my leg. On my left leg, it's at the top of my knee, and it doesn't hurt, not even a tiny bit, but it's an egg. They're both eggs, but the one on the right hurts. No surprise. Masculine. So it's very, very interesting. But the funny thing about it is yesterday I was saying to Donna, God, I fell over, and literally it was almost like someone kicked me in between my shoulder blades, and I went flying, and I had an out-of-body experience. So weird. And I just kept thinking, don't get your teeth. So I arched my back, so I was flying like a flying fish.
Yeah.
I've got whiplash, no word of a lie. I feel like I have got whiplash. It's extremely interesting. But before I knew my neck hurt, because my neck only started hurting this morning, Mrs. Donna Stockwell speaks to me yesterday, and she's like, oh, my neck is ever so sore. And I'm like, should we do the energetics on that, my love? So we did the energetics on it. And this morning when I woke up and I was like, oh my God, I feel like I've been in a fight, I was like, Donna Stockwell, thank you for preempting that I was going to get a sore neck. So,
you're welcome, sweetheart.
This is why I love you. Our intuition.
My special gift.
But it's extremely interesting, and all joking aside, it doesn't surprise me that I got a sore neck, because I literally hit the deck like I've never known anything. I went skidding through mud.
Oh no.
Literally, my ducks were looking at me like, what the heck's going on with you
What's
today,
she doing? Why is she aquaplaning this morning?
Still went whack, whack, whack as I walked off past them. And then literally I walked for a little bit and I was like, oh, Lucy, you're good to run. So I just ran all the way home. And then today I'm like, got eggs all over my body.
Bless you. Gosh.
It's interesting right now. And the reason I wanted to share that with people, first and foremost, because I like taking the piss out of myself, let's be honest about it. But secondly, if you have got stuff going on with you right now, please be aware. Yesterday was new moon. Yesterday was a very powerful energy. People's demons are coming up to the surface. And not just people's, but demons around us. There is so much darkness on the planet right now. Like, I am around people that I'm looking at and I'm like, I really don't like you. I'm literally looking at them like, I really don't like you very much. I'm shocked at what I'm seeing and I don't really like you very much. And then I'm like, okay, what do I need to do here for me? Because that's obviously bringing something up in me. Thankfully, I'm in a position where I know how to do the energetics and I know how to do the work. Whereas a lot of people around the world don't, right? So I just want to raise the consciousness on it. If you have not watched the new moon video, it literally went out on YouTube yesterday. Yesterday meaning Tuesday. By the time you guys see this, it will be 2 days ago. I will put the link. In fact, I'll link it here so that you guys can watch that back. But also, I would really suggest that you go and watch the May energy update, because you will grasp as to why all of this stuff is going on right now. And there is so much noise. There is so much noise. People's stuff is coming up to the surface at such a rapid rate, you know, and even like we were talking about offline, ladies, the banks. You know, I was a few minutes late starting this video today because my bank is telling me that a payment I'm trying to make to my solicitor to buy my house is fraudulent. Now, some of you will remember this time last year, I did a video, and it probably is about a year ago, actually. I'd be really interested. Damn you, Facebook, for taking that away from me. But I did a video and it was very passionate. I remember it was quite late at night and I tried to do some transactions to buy cryptocurrency and my bank literally blocked my payments. Literally, they. I
think I've got it in my diary, so I can tell you the exact date.
You, my darling, thank you.
Yeah.
We love a cheeky little Maxine stalker check-in.
Yeah.
So you know, this is where it's going. You know, it's not just people are showing you the darkness or circumstances. It's the banks. It's lots of other things that are coming up right now. Okay, so we need to raise the consciousness on it. That May update, the energy update, hopefully it will give you a lot of information to get you prepared for everything that's going on.
Yeah, it did me. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
So I know offline, both of you said you've had challenges with banks. What's the drill with that, ladies? What's been going on?
So I tried to purchase some trainers, which apparently I was fraudulently tried to purchase a pair of trainers, and the payment got stopped because they said, oh, there's some unusual activity on your account. I mean, it's unusual for me to buy a pair of trainers. I'm going to be real. I'm not really a trainer girl. But it's not an unusual transaction.
Well, no, because especially at the moment, because everyone's online shopping.
Exactly.
Donna, out of interest, what was the price point?
Oh, it was it's actually more than one pair. It was 2 pairs of trainers, and I think it was just under 200 quid.
Yeah, and I, interestingly enough, I've actually had it. I only paid 250 quid or something today. That's all I needed to pay, but I was really quite surprised at the price point of that.
Yeah.
And it's just interesting.
Yeah, there's no reason it should have been stopped. It just didn't make sense at all.
Yeah,
you know.
I think there's a lot going on behind the scenes with regards to the financial stuff. I don't want to give too many updates as to what I've been, you know, channeled and I've been showing because they're not very positive. I'm going to be honest about.
Well, the bank system we get, because obviously a lot of banks are closing and they can now bank with us at the post office. We get updates quite often, and Lloyd's TSB was supposed to go live yesterday, so they could use the post office because they can only do cash withdrawals. The reason they were going to go online was so that they could pay cash in and pay checks in. And that was cancelled yesterday. And there's no future date for it yet. So Barclays is working for some, but not for business banking.
Wow.
It just won't work on our system. Certain payments from Barclays have been declined. So the only one that was working, funnily enough, was HSBC.
And
the rest are hit and miss.
Why their portal's not working.
Probably. So if I just close the post office, you get those trainers.
Yeah. Next time I'm ordering online, I'm gonna
just ring me, tell me to shut the post office down. You get your trainers, love.
I said, like, Max, shut up, shut it down.
Just actually on the point of the post offices, something's just come through to me. It's a reminder that I had when I was in the post office last week, I think it was. I was speaking to the lady because a bit like you, Maxine, you've probably got a handful of people that you get on really well with. And obviously, since I've been living in Hertfordshire, I go to the post office most days, let's be honest about it, because I've got affirmation cards and things to post out. And I've become really good friends with the lady in the post office. And she said to me, oh, you'll never believe it. This post office is shutting down. This one is just closed down. That one's closing down. And the one that I go to is going in August. And I'm like, so that's 4 within probably, I don't know, quite a big radius. I was like, well, where is the post office going to be? And she said, quite frankly, I have no idea. Because the
post office that you go to, is it an actual post office or is it inside a shop?
Well, I go to 2 here. One is an actual post office, but it's been closed down.
Yeah.
The one inside the shop is being closed in August.
I can't believe that, because the ones inside shops are what they're doing now, because it doesn't cost them. But our pay structure is changing from 1st of July, I think. So we don't get paid as much as what we used to.
Oh
yeah.
That makes sense, right?
So what they're doing is any main post offices, which are basically a post office, they might have a shop inside it, but outside it says post office, the old-fashioned building. Most of those will be closing. So anybody who has a shop can apply for the franchise.
Oh,
because
so
we've got to look now at, because
right,
the money we lose. I mean, when we're losing, I don't know, 500 a month. Wow. Yeah, my boss has said, well, stick it up your backside.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Well, it doesn't surprise me, actually, now you've said that about losing money, because the main one where I live, I'm not going to tell people where I am, but there's a main one in the town that I'm in Hertfordshire, and that's gone. The main one in the next town along has gone, so they're the actual post offices. Now the shop that had a post office in the main town closest to me actually went on the 3rd of May.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so actually they're getting rid of so many, and now it makes sense that they're looking to franchise it all. That makes total sense to me. So of course, who's gonna pay for that?
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, you've got to buy it now to go in our shop, because ours is only a small shop. You've got to pay £10,000.
Yeah.
And then they will come and fit the stuff. But say you haven't got counter space, you have to pay to demolish part of your shop to fit a post office in. Who the hell's going to do that for 5 pence? 5 pence a stamp, that's all we get.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And a lot of people now do their posting online and just bring it to us. So we didn't get paid for that. So we caused a bit of a ruckus. Now we get 10 pence for every one of them.
Yeah.
But we make our money because I do so many, because I'm really fast.
Yeah.
And my boss hates doing it. He'll just leave it there until I get in. There's a pile of stuff for you there. Right, okay. But we get paid for that. So at the end of the month, we earn decent money.
Yeah.
But now they want to literally lose us £500 a month. And I said it isn't worth keeping open.
No.
So we're looking at what to do about it.
Yeah, right. And it's just very interesting. It's certainly not something that I was going to talk about, but I just think it's really, really important, because what's going to happen when people can't post their, I mean, it's going to end up being a lucrative business, because you're going to have to drive 2 hours to go and post a bloody letter, right?
Yeah.
But also post boxes, there will be no more post boxes ever. The ones that are there now may stay, most of them, but there will never be another post box put up, because we asked for one 2 years ago when we opened, so we could have one outside to save people having to come in. And they said, never in a million, we're not doing any more post boxes.
Wow.
And that was 2 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. So we knew it was all
changing.
going.
Everything's changing, right? And I actually did, I spoke about this on my Instagram live this morning. I think we need to really, really investigate New World Order. Because as much as there's people like us out there that are doing, you know, all of the things for freedom, and you know, we're really, really pitching the truth, we are stepping ever closer to the New World Order. And people's going along with, people's, you know, wearing the masks, you know, accepting that things like this are going to be closed down. Like, we've got to start raising the consciousness on this subject, right? And it's such a dark subject that I don't really like touching on it. You know, I really, really don't, because I want to remain in the light, and I really want to help people ascend. And, you know, I do see that we have won this, but I feel that we're getting so close to that. Maybe the thing is we've got to experience a bit of it. But how do
the thing is, people say to me, if I say, you know, some post offices are closing down, say, oh, well, they're probably not making much money. And what I have to say to them is, we've been locked down for a year. We should have made a hell of a lot more, because people were posting stuff to each other because they couldn't go around to their houses. Yeah. So we made more last year than we made any other year. Because obviously I've been with the post office, 11 years now.
But this is about
they don't get it. They just accept it because shops are closing. They assume a post office will.
Yeah, well, this is the thing, because people are accepting privatisation. It's the same with the NHS here in the UK, our medical system. You know, it's all of our liberties, if you like, are being stripped from us, and it's because people are going, oh yeah, it'll work out. They're not getting out, and they're not on the streets. Like every single person over the course of the next weekend coming, the weekend of the 15th, should be out in their local town marching for freedom. Like, there should be no exceptions to this. Because what I'm seeing is people are waiting for people like Mr. T to come back and rescue us. It's never going to happen. He may be doing great work behind the scenes with regards to trafficking and raising the consciousness on that, but quite frankly, he ain't coming to save us.
Also, if people think he's coming to save us, he can't do it unless we show him that we're behind him, and we're not doing any of it. Exactly. If you're sitting at home going, everything's going to be fine, he can't see you.
Are fucking lazy. Oh, it's all right. Lucy's out doing it. Oh, yeah, she's got her tribe doing it. Get your freaking asses out, people. If you
let the people who need to know, who are saving the world, that we are out there and we're behind them. Because if they haven't got enough army behind them, they'll go, forget it, let's not bother.
Exactly. And the only way we're getting out of this is by flipping our government.
Yeah.
Generally around the world, we need to flip the government. And we need to get, you know...
We've actually got some marches going on in Nottingham now, finally.
Good.
Although the newspaper keeps saying we're not allowed. You know, the one I keep sending you.
Yeah.
I don't know where they're getting all this stuff from, honestly.
Well, it's just narcissism, right?
But they're picking on Nottingham now.
Well, yeah. Well,
we've kept out of it for ages. Now we're in the headlines.
Yeah, well, they will do, because they cherry pick certain areas to manipulate, you know, and... There is such a huge level of fear, but enough is enough. People have got to, if you value your life, if you value your home, if you value going on holiday, you've got to get your fucking ass out of your house. It's as simple as that. People have got to stop expecting other people to do it for them. You know, I'm, you know, I will always be there, because this is my little sister's freedom. This is my children's freedom, you know, and I know I don't have many more years to have children, so this shit's got to get sorted, and it's got to get sorted very quickly. There are people out there that are slowing us down because they think, oh yeah, that person will do it for us, or this person will fix it. Like, it's just not acceptable anymore. And I am going to remember every single person who stood up and actually did this and actually helped us flip over, you know, the way that humanity needs this to go. I will remember it all. You know, we've got to come together right now. There is no excuses. Like, I get it, people work sometimes, great. If you're working this weekend, book the 29th of May off. You know, there's one in June. Like, the dates are already out there. Just book the freaking dates off, get there. The best way that we are going to make an impact is by showing solidarity. You know, last month, I think it was last month, we did like nearly 1 million people, or over 1 million people, around 1 million people basically in London. Like, that's what we need every 2 weeks or every month without fail, at least.
And I don't think anyone expected that many people. We all expected a lot, but that, I mean, you could see the amount of, they were still coming after you'd sort of got to the end. People were still joining the end of it.
Yeah.
That's what needs to be done.
Yeah, and it needs to be that, you know, we're eliminating this other noise that's going on. I mean, I still have people now, like I posted that thing about everybody in London passing because of the protest.
Everybody is dead. Yeah.
Everyone that went to the protest is dead, and I still get people piping up, oh, this is fake. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Do you not realise it's all fake? It's all nonsense. Everything that you have been believing and living your life by, it's all fake. This is all an illusion, everything that is going on. What we need to do is just increase the consciousness to a level where this darkness is flipped. And nobody is coming to save us. Everything that I've spoken about in the May Energy Update, nobody is to be on a pedestal. Not spiritual mentors, not the likes of DT, you know, Mr. T. None of these people should be put on a pedestal. Every single person right now should be being questioned. You know, we've got to do this for ourselves. We have to step up and we have to step forwards. And anybody that's waiting for somebody else to save them, you've got a really nasty life coming. Like, let's call it what it is. It's going to be painful. You know. So on that note, what I really wanted to talk about tonight, and I messaged Maxine about earlier today, is we need to be telling more people to fuck off. Don't we? I love it. You two just go.
Well, do you know what? When you said it earlier, it was funny. But when you just said it, then Donna and I just sitting here all quiet listening to you, and then you suddenly go, right, we need to tell people to fuck off.
But it's true, ladies.
Oh, it's brilliant.
There is so many people out there that are just making noise, you know, like we either need to unfollow or block or whatever, or we need to be telling people to fuck off. And the reason that I'm saying this is there is a lot of people in our lives right now that are making life tricky. And it's okay. Okay, I'm using tough words here. You could just use, okay, I'm going to step away from this person or
go away.
Yeah, or go away.
It doesn't have the same impact.
No, but I had to make it so strong so that people get it. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. But you obviously use the language that you need to use for your life. But guys, we really do need to start doing this.
Yeah.
Well, it's like if people, I used to get messages and I just look now, I go, full of shit, bye. Full of shit, bye. Can't do it because you're interfering with my vibe, love. I'm having a great day, you know, lovely. I have some amazing people following me now who comment and they're on my wavelength. And then you get Mrs. fucking Doughball at the bottom pulling the same shit she put last month when I put something on. No, full of shit. Can't do it. So they've got to go.
Yeah, just block these people.
Block, powerful.
You know, if you've got nothing decent to say, if you're not on my wavelength, please, you know, just leave me. But I will not be offended if you go.
No, exactly. And the thing is, this is the funny thing about it all is, what is it that you're doing that's triggering her, right? Because that's what's happening. You are triggering her.
Oh, you can see in the words they put.
There's something.
Because obviously I've learned from you. I know the triggers now.
Yeah, there's something that you are doing that she clearly recognises she should be doing, which is why she's being triggered by it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like there was a lady in one of the Telegram groups, obviously new to the group, and she said, much as I want to believe this, somebody put something on, I can't remember what it was now, quite graphic. Much as I want to believe this, I just can't vision it. So she got quite a lot of abuse. Because I joined in after, they went, you're in the wrong fucking group, mate. What are you doing here? Then this one guy came on and said, the fact that you even got in this group means you're questioning what is really going on.
Yeah.
And so everybody else then went, oh, sorry. I thought, you see, you jumped, didn't you? You jumped straight in, straight hands around her neck. Poor woman had just come in. And she said, yeah, because I find it too hard to believe. So this guy put, maybe you should have jumped in on something not quite so graphic, because it was pretty graphic. So he pointed her in the direction of a memes group, which does jokes of them first, so she can join in that way. Yeah. But everybody jumped straight on her. But what she was saying was, I really want to know, but it's so hard to believe. But at least she's coming in the right direction.
And we need to be cautious of this, right? Just because somebody has a different opinion or, you know, they air their questions, we need to encourage that. We don't need to be jumping on these people.
If somebody asks me a question, I'm quite happy to answer it. But when they ask the same question or say, no, that wasn't on the news. Bye.
Yeah, I actually feel that there is a lot of people out there that are quite popular. They're followed by quite a lot of people that literally just shut people down. If they don't agree with them, they shut them down. And I don't actually feel that that's the right thing to do.
No, I've seen that on a few that I no longer follow.
Yeah. Same. Same, because I'm very open to discussion. It's all about the way that it's asked. If somebody says to me, oh, you're full of shit, blah, 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 I'll just get rid of them, because I'm like, there's no helping that person. However, if somebody says, Lucy, like, I'd really love to know how you've got to this conclusion, I would be like, I'll message you and I'll have a conversation with them. Or if somebody comes into my inbox and is like, hey, could you send me the link for this or whatever, I will absolutely engage with them. Obviously when I get around to it, because I'm a bit crap in my inbox, I'll be honest, but you know, that's the way that I do it. I'm not one of these people that if you don't like it, and I've been in a lot of Telegram groups that are like this, as soon as somebody says something somebody else doesn't like, that's it, they're kicked out.
Yeah, it's like vultures. Yeah.
And you know, Charlie is a really great example of this. You know, you guys know Charlie Ward's a very good friend of mine. He's become my friend you know, over since August of last year, when I first did my first video with him. You know, we've become pretty close, and you know, I don't necessarily agree with everything that he says, and he knows that I don't. I have great conscious conversations.
But wouldn't that would be really boring if we agree with everything our friends said? What sort of conversation would that be?
That's what's happening with the bloody government, right?
Yeah,
they want everybody
we've got to have a difference of opinion.
Exactly.
Especially if we've had a few glasses of wine, we want, you know, chips and curry sauce from across the road. We've got to have something to talk about.
It's about asking the questions in the right way. It's about being inquisitive without being rude. You know, like quite often,
without the whole it's like a battle when I can tell when the way that the words they use, they're battling with me.
Exactly.
So I tend to ignore them.
Yeah.
But if they say, oh, Max, where did you find this? They're right, hang on, I'll try and find the link for you.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm quite happy to share it if I've got it.
Yeah.
The half the stuff I haven't got the link to because people send it me.
Exactly.
And then I send it to you. You put it on your stories. Which is quicker. Because I'm still like this.
Yeah, I've got amazing information coming through at the moment. Like literally, I'm channeling a lot of amazing information. Sunday service was really profound. I got quite a lot of big download about Donald Trump on Sunday.
Yeah, I need to watch that. I need to catch up on those.
It's very unpopular opinion. It's a very, very unpopular opinion, and people do not like me for saying it. But you know what? I'm just sharing what I'm being shown and what I'm being told.
You have to.
Like, I'm not saying anything. All I'm saying is I'm sharing the information that I'm getting, and it's such a huge download literally whilst I was doing the thing. So, you know, but I'm not here to be popular. I'm not. I'm here to just like question.
But then you'd have, if you were here to be popular, you'd have the wrong people listening.
Exactly.
Wouldn't you? Because you wouldn't be honest with yourself.
No, exactly. And that's why my following is very organic. Something that I do want to touch on actually very, very quickly is I'm noticing a number of people that are coming out of nowhere and just getting like 50,000 followers and stuff overnight. Now that raises something to me. And this isn't my ego speaking here. This is like
where those followers coming from.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just feel that there's such a lot of false light on the planet at the moment that we need to be cautious and we need to use our discernment about it. You know, there's a guy that has just gone like off on Instagram. He basically he didn't steal. He went into the vaccination centre and took a vial.
Oh, took his own. Yeah.
And basically he sent it off to be tested and whatever. And, you know, he literally went off overnight. Now, I get it. However, do you think that someone would really get away with that in the times that we're living in right now?
No.
That was my initial. It was like, oh my God, I hope this is true. Like amazing what he's done, amazing increasing the consciousness like this. But then I was like, there's security outside every station. Literally, there is security. Why would one of them not have stopped him?
But did you see on the video? I didn't see any security, just saw a couple of nurses. And also he had his phone there and surely she would have said, do you want to turn your phone off? Do you know what I mean? And
I don't know because I've never been in one, so I can't comment on the semantics of whether they do, but the centres that I've driven past and seen the massive long queues outside, there's a security man there.
I didn't know that security. I thought they just had the marshals, you know, that my friends.
Oh no, this is like a proper, you know, in the black.
Right. Oh, we haven't got them at the one we've got near us. We've just got the Yellow Jacket Brigade.
Right.
Who couldn't stop a fly, to be fair.
No, and I wouldn't expect them to. I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't expect them to.
But that video did sort of come out of nowhere, and there are a hell of a lot of people following him in a very, very short space of time, over one video.
Like I
Because
say,
I couldn't find that he'd done any others.
I hope. I hope, because it would be so good to get this tested. It would be so good for it to be true, and it would give people a little bit of hope. However, there is so many games being played right now. There's so many people being planted. You know, I'm questioning a lot of the people that I have been working with. You know, and it's a challenging process right now.
Yeah, it must be.
It's a challenging process right now, because how do we know who to trust?
Absolutely.
It's just discernment is, you know, I've been banging on about discernment for the last 12 months. Like, it couldn't be more important right now to be questioning everything. And like I said earlier, like, you know, if you see somebody all of a sudden getting 50,000 followers overnight, but ask yourself, is this ego? First question has to be, is this my ego because I'm jealous, because like I haven't got 100,000 followers or whatever, 50,000 followers, whatever number I just said, you know? And you've got to ask yourself that question. And quite honestly, I don't think I would know what to do with 50,000 followers. I'll be honest. Like, my 4,500, 5,000 followers on Instagram are so engaged with my content. I'm not sure I could, but do you know what? I'm open to it as and when it's ready to happen, but it will go organically. You know I lose followers every single day. It's hilarious. I literally lose followers every single day, and I gain followers every single day. You know, it's very interesting. It's almost like they're kicking a load of people off. I mean, my stories are disappearing at the moment. Have you guys noticed that? My stories are just going. People are commenting on them, so I know that they were there, and then they just disappear in thin air.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's so interesting right now. I'm obviously on some sort of hit list, because until this morning, I haven't been able to do over 15 minutes on an Instagram live for probably a couple of weeks.
Oh, somebody else mentioned that. They
I
they've
saw
got a
that.
network marketing company, and theirs is the same. They can't do it, and they're nothing to do with our side of it. They're you know, jabbered and everything.
Yeah.
But theirs are being stopped as well, so they're doing something with it.
Yeah, I was getting to about just under 15 minutes, and then my voice would go in and it would be silent. But this morning, I think I managed to do about 18 minutes, 20 minutes.
Oh, right.
So maybe, I mean, I know they're changing a lot. They've changed, there's a lot of things that they're changing on it. So I don't know. And I know a lot of accounts are being blitzed, but I mean, what times we're living in, you know, our freedom of speech platforms are being censored so heavily that we can't actually speak our truth.
No.
You know, and if there was nothing to worry about and this was just a big conspiracy, why would they want to try and stop it?
Precisely.
You know, in one of my stories today, I shared the terminology. Somebody has put anti-vaxxer in a description, and it's fascinating. It's fascinating what there is. Honestly, it's fascinating.
What's that on your stories?
Yeah.
I'll have a look. I haven't been on my phone at all today, so I need to catch up.
And
I liked the
birthday.
I liked Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh, that was brilliant.
I know. Mrs. Pfizer.
Yeah.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it. That was brilliant.
Yeah.
That was brilliant.
I absolutely love it.
Yeah, that was brilliant. I shared that one.
And all we can do, ladies, is keep stepping forwards. But I just want to say one more time, please, if you can, get out on the 15th of May, if not the 29th of May, if not the 26th of June. Like, there are so many opportunities for you to join. Guys, nobody is coming to save us. We must get our backsides out of our houses and out doing this stuff. Now, it's my intention this weekend to do a YouTube live from London. So, because I normally do them on Instagram, so it's my intention to do a YouTube one as well this weekend. So do keep your eyes out for that. I will literally just go live as we're walking and whatever, and I'll share some truths and stuff that are going on. So please do tap into that. Please share it as far and wide as you possibly can. But I would really prefer if you guys were walking the streets. You know, there are marches all over the UK this weekend. There's marches all over the world this weekend. You know, please get yourself to one, support it if this is in alignment with your values. If you're happy being cooped up, if you're happy losing your freedom, if you're happy taking the jibber jabber, just stay at home. You know, however, think about it. Are you really happy to lose all of those things? Are you really happy for your children and your children's children and their children, etc., to be living the way that we are right now? Because that's what we're doing. Anybody that's not getting their backsides out of their house and marching the streets is basically saying, no, I'm okay with it. You know, my kids can deal with it. Their kids will get it even worse. My grandchildren, like, it's just not okay.
Well, I went down to the park the other day, and normally there's a group of mothers all together, and then there's a few that sort of keep themselves separate. And I've been down a couple of times, and they're all joining together now, and they're all talking
Good.
in a much more positive way than what they were at the beginning.
Good.
And even they were saying about yesterday, they'd heard that, you know, the kids don't have to wear them anymore. And I just happened to join in, like you do, you know, just magically turn up. And I said, but were they wearing them before? Well, we didn't let them. And what they'd said to the parents when they went back, was it January they went back, that parents had to wear one in the playground when they dropped their kids off. I said, and did you? They went, yeah, we did. How stupid were we? So they are starting to wake up, which is why we're now getting small marches in Nottingham.
Good.
I mean, it's only a local mums group, but there's probably about 100 of us.
Good.
That's good.
Yeah.
And that's all it takes to start.
And that will grow and grow and grow.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know, so we need to be promoting these, you know, we really must. I appreciate not everybody can get to London. I know that's a huge ask.
Yeah, I can't get to London. It's too far for me.
Yeah, but however, like, there's no excuse to not start one in your own area. There's just
Well, that's what I mean. Literally, I just walked past these people talking about it. I went, can I come? Because I've been looking for one. Because there was another one, I think it's in Leicester, they were going to do one. I would have gone to that one because I could get there and back. But no, they're going to do one. So I'm going to go and join theirs.
Amazing. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's amazing. I think, you know, I think we've covered a lot tonight, actually, ladies. I think we've done pretty well considering.
We have.
So, ladies and gents, I'm going to link back to the energy update for May here for you to go and watch in your own time. Maxine, Donna, thank you very much. Maxine, enjoy the rest of your birthday, my friend.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat cake.
Oh, have a good one.
And we will see you all next week in Girlie Giggles. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.